sort of younger judo tots and judo kids development, fundamental development. But just because I've said judo tots and judo kids, it is still all relevant fundamental skills, which is very important. And don't ever think you are past the stage of learning the basics. Reinforcement of the basics and the key elements of stepping movement is key to future success. So we are adding some steps again today, and we're going to start to link it in to our turning patterns, Sugi-Ashi movements and Tai-Sabaki movements, to start to look at how we turn to techniques. So we are sticking with the format of having some belts. I have added an extra belt today, so we've still got the straight line from previous workout, and now we've added a second belt. Now, some of you might only have one belt, but try and find something you can maybe add a second belt to. So I'm going to make a little cross. Okay, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so let's crack on. So the first bit is some basic movements using our feet. Now, when you turn your foot, remember we are trying to point the foot underneath and pass. I feel like passing football with the inside of the foot. Remember to turn your foot up a little bit and use the whole of the bottom of the foot, more power. Okay, so the first exercise is very simple. We are going to be working down the mat, and we're just working, bring our feet together down the side. Just turn around, and here again, this is a little bit of a warm up, a bit of a pulse raiser, and we're just bringing those feet together. Turn around. Remember our step from yesterday? If you want to watch it from this angle, it's bringing the feet together here. Okay, and again, not to cross over. And remember, when this one comes, this one's already then starting to move. And all the time, some relaxation and bend in the knees, not with straight legs. So there's your little pulse raiser you start with. Just down the mat. You step through, like we did yesterday, and again. That's that little step from yesterday, pivot toe. Cool. So there's your little warm up. Now we're going to add the Ashi movement, where we add a Kingsley movement. So we come across, and every time I make a step now, I do a little foot pass. And notice the foot is actually going across the top of the belt. So you can see use the belt as the guide. Okay, and from this angle, as you can see again, coming across, that again. Remember, it's the trailing leg that will sweep. So Kingsley barrel action. So here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you come back and use the other leg. Remember, keeping posture and keeping balance. Cool. So there's your first little practice. Now we're going to add a different step. So this is where we use the cross belt a little bit, so you can see. So I'm stepping the foot that's closest to the mat, so the belt. I step back and I turn and face into the belt. Start to turn my hips, and then I do that little sweep again. So 1, 2. 1, 2. It's important that this foot turns in towards the belt, and I open up the hips. And then once I've got my balance, my step, my posture, ready to sweep. So from the other side, there. And remember, look at how I bend the toe. There. Okay. So adding that, we can go down down the mat. So 1, 2, 3. From the other side, coming back towards you. Cool. Okay, so there's your second part of the practice, and now we move on to more movement. Okay, so now what we're trying to do is actually come across the belt. Okay, so we're actually going to come across the space, so stepping over that centre line, then I'm going to take the foot back across the second belt, 1, 2, and sweep again. So 1, 2, into the second part of the belt, and sweep. From the other side, 1, step across, and now this foot sweeps. Again, keeping good balance, posture through the movement. Okay, so once you've got the hang of that, and you've used the cross action as a bit of a guide to where your feet go, you should be able to process this down the mat. Okay, and obviously on the opposite side as well. So when you step, make sure you bend the knees. We're already pivoting through there. Okay, so there is your Ashi Waza, so it's your Ashi Sabaki steps. So that's the first part of this little next level practice. Good luck. Keep practicing. Remember, key things here, take your time, always be relaxed and slightly loosen the knees, relaxed, okay? Don't be stiff, relax your body and just take your time. Use the belts as a guide to where your foot goes, and even if you need to stick to that, that's the part of the first stage development. Okay, I'll leave it to you, keep practicing, and we'll be adding some more next time.